Hi, Professor LaPray. This is Khadija, and this is my experiential video for the Discovering Psychology project. So, I'm going to start with the Holocaust Museum. The Holocaust Museum was really amazing. Although I kind of struggled finding the psychological connection in between what I was seeing and what we discussed in this class, I will say the exhibit was by far one of the best museum exhibits I've ever seen. I mean, I was somewhat familiar with the Holocaust. I mean, it's something we talk about in school all the time. But I'm really big on photography and museums, and the exhibits were great. I want to say, even because there was Uprooted going on yesterday when I went, and I want to say Uprooted was the photography shot by people in the Soviet Union at the time, and those pictures were phenomenal because, like I said, we hear about this in school all the time, but just to see it and to get those personal reflections from it, it made it really come to life. So I was very happy with that. Sorry about the camera change. The next thing I did was the playlist, and I will say that playlist was somewhat more difficult than what I estimated it to be. Not to say that I was looking for it to be easy, but it was just a little hard to sometimes find songs for what my parents and I, my nana and I, have talked about over the years. But it was, I guess it was a nice project because it was it really allowed me as a person to take time and reflect on what I've been through these last 19 years. It was really good, and I do hope you enjoyed those videos because many of those songs I've known for quite some time, and I really do have a passion for music in general, so I hope that the love I have for that song was shown. And the third thing I did was my eulogy. It was, oh my goodness, Professor LaPray, it was intense just because I'm 19 and I have midlife crises, or what I think to be a midlife crisis, every week, just about. And just so to think about, number one, graduating from college, let alone getting married and having kids, it just seems so heart-wrenching. And maybe it's not heart-wrenching, maybe I'm just being dramatic, but the eulogy was somewhat difficult, but it was I mean, it was nice. It was a learning experience overall, but it was intense. It was intense, I will say. And lastly, I did the critique on A Beautiful Mind. I do apologize. I'm sorry, excuse me. I do apologize that you felt, well, that I created more of a movie critique instead of a movie analysis. But overall, I would say that was probably one of my favorite activities too, just because I love the movie A Beautiful Mind. I actually saw it in my first psychology class back in high school, and due to the circumstances then, I really didn't pay attention to it. I just more or less breezed over it. But to watch it again, it was really nice. It was really nice, and to get a better understanding of schizophrenia was also a really nice thing. I will say that looking at schizophrenia in the movie as well as using the modules and the book, I felt like I could have learned a little bit more, just because though I found connections and I learned a little bit about it, I feel like I should have known a little bit more. But hey, it's okay. And I guess overall, this class has been a learning experience. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a psych person. It's very general in my opinion. I prefer psych when it's actually applied to something that I really do know, or that has a little bit more depth, because sometimes psych can just be very basic and very foundational to the point of it's you want to ask yourself, like, what does this mean? Can you give me an example, a real life example? And so, but I mean, hey, that's okay. That's okay. But I did enjoy the class. I was very nervous about my first online class, but I really felt like it wasn't that bad. So I enjoyed your class, and I thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.